What if real estate could pay for your dream travel lifestyle? And guess what? It can. I'm filming this video currently here in beautiful Curacao on a nice private little beach, enjoying my weekend and closing wholesale real estate deals. In this video, I'm gonna be going over 4 different methods that you guys can use to start closing wholesale real estate deals, all 100% virtually, so that you can then begin to travel if that's something that you want to do. And be sure to stick around to the end of the video for method number 4, which is my absolute favorite and probably one of the easiest ones you guys can start with. Method number 1, you need to become a disposition master. Now, caveat to this one, I'm not necessarily gonna say this is the best way to build a long-term sustainable wholesale real estate business, but for getting started and being able to close a couple deals to then get into methods 2, 3, and 4, this is a pretty solid one to get started with. Now, with becoming a dispositions master, what you need to be able to do is sell other wholesalers deals. No, you're not gonna be a daisy chainer, okay? Daisy chainers are wholesalers that lie and they say, hey, I'm a cash buyer, and they lie to the wholesaler and then they go double close it to an investor. We're not doing that, okay? What we're gonna do is you're gonna go build a very strong buyers list in a couple different markets, understand their buying criteria, understand what they want, their goals, all that kind of stuff. And then you're gonna join Facebook groups, go on Facebook Marketplace and go to Craigslist. And then you wanna find other wholesalers with deals that are having a hard time selling those deals and reaching out and seeing if they want to JV with you, and then you sell it to that end buyer. The plus side of this model, number 1, it's absolutely free. Number 2, you don't have to do direct to seller lead generation because the other wholesalers already have the deal. Now, the downsides of this are most of the deals you're gonna come across suck, because typically most beginner wholesalers try to sell their deals in Facebook groups, and most beginner wholesalers suck at getting good deals. So just understand going into it, you're probably gonna run into a lot of shitty deals, which is okay. Just understand it's gonna happen. But you don't need to do this long term, which is okay, because again, the goal of this method is get 1 or 2 deals closed so that you can move on to the other methods that we're gonna talk about. Which, speaking of, let's go on to method number 2. Method number 2 has definitely some pros and cons. One of the main downsides is it's not necessarily as scalable or controllable as a lot of the other methods, and it kind of takes a while to get started. It's kind of a slow burn. But the pros are, it's free. Now, this method is gonna be called agent outreach. So what you're gonna wanna do is reach out to a ton of real estate agents in whatever market that you're looking in, and you already have your buyers list built out. Reach out to a bunch of real estate agents and say, hey, if you guys ever come across any properties like this, and describe what most of your buyers are looking for, say, well, I'd love for you to let me know, I'm looking for some off-market deals. Go reach out to 100 real estate agents and then stay in touch with them. Touch base with them every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. Just say, hey, just reaching back out, seeing if you had anything that kind of fit the criteria of what I'm looking for, etc. That's something that we do in our business. We don't depend on it, but one of the houses that we're flipping at the moment, we're gonna make probably $50,000 to $70,000 on, was an agent referral, which was amazing. It cost us no money. It was a great deal off market, and we're gonna crush it. So agent referrals definitely work, but it can take some time to get it built up. And again, when I say it's not controllable, you can't necessarily just say, like with other lead generations, oh, I'm gonna pay for more leads, or I'm gonna hire another this, or I'm gonna do that. You can't really do that with agent outreach. You can reach out to more agents, but again, it's not necessarily a set metric in stone. Now, moving on to method number 3, I just alluded to it with hiring more callers, cold calling. Okay? Now, not you cold calling, you can, but I'd recommend hiring virtual assistants to make cold calls for you. Now, the virtual assistants that we use that run our cold calling, they also are our acquisition managers, and our disposition managers are linked in the description down below. So if you guys want to get signed up with them, check it out down there. But with the cold callers, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make 2, 3, 4, 5,000 phone calls per day and generate leads and then send them to you. And then all you need to do is reach out to the homeowner, run your numbers, negotiate, and get a contract signed. Now, obviously, as you scale, you can then hire an acquisition manager whose role is to do reaching out to the homeowner, negotiate, get a contract signed, and then you run dispositions, which is selling the deal to the buyer. And then as you continue to scale even more, you can then hire a disposition manager, and then their job is to sell the contracts. That is the point that you want to get to. That's where I'm at. All I need to do is make sure my acquisition manager and my disposition managers are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I don't have to talk to homeowners, I don't have to talk to buyers, I don't have to negotiate, I don't have to run numbers. All I need to do is make sure they're getting enough leads, they're negotiating properly, they're getting contracts signed, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And again, if you guys want to get hooked up with those cold callers, the link's down in the description. Again, that's who we use in our internal business. And last but not least, method number 4, before we do that, don't forget to subscribe down below for other amazing wholesale real estate content. Method number 4 is PPL. That stands for pay per lead. Now, there's a ton of pay per lead providers out there, but one of my absolute favorites is linked in the description. It's called iSpeedToLead. Now, if you've heard of them before, or you just go to their website right now, you're gonna see leads for $200, $300, $400. And you're thinking, Eric, that's crazy. It's not, but here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go on iSpeedToLead, link down there. You're gonna sign up for the coupon club, which is $199 a month, and then you're gonna get $29 leads. If you can negotiate, if you can close, if you can follow up, you should be able to close 1 in 15 to 1 in 25 of those leads. Obviously, again, the reason it's 1 in 15 to 1 in 25 is you might suck at closing, you might have a shitty follow-up system, so you wanna make sure that if you wanna get closer to the 1 in 15, your follow-ups are on point, your negotiations on point, your closing's on point, you know how to run numbers, and you have really solid buyers that you can sell the deals to. But let's zoom out, and let's say it's $200 a month, and then we pay for the premium features. That's another 89 bucks, but then you can see way more detailed information about the property, about the lead. So we're at 200 plus 89, we're at 289, and let's say it takes you 30 leads to close a deal. We'll round up and say $30 per lead. That puts us at $900. So that is under $1,200 total spent to close a wholesale real estate deal. And it should be less, but again, we're assuming 30 leads. So now you're thinking, okay, I can spend $1,200 and turn that into $7,000, $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 or more. That's not a bad deal. And it's not. And here's the cool part. So you're doing that, you're closing deals, now you go get an acquisition manager. You then go to your acquisition manager and say, hey, every day you need to go on here and buy 5 leads. This is the criteria you need to do, and these are the areas you need to do them in. And then your acquisition manager's job is sign on, buy the leads, call and close them, contract signed, push to disposition manager, they sell them, you kick back and collect checks and enjoy beautiful locations like this. If you guys found this video helpful or insightful, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. If you guys have questions on how to travel the world or wholesale real estate, comment them. I'd love to make videos about whatever you guys are interested in. And be sure to stick around for the next video on more scaling your wholesale real estate company.